What's up, food geeks? Welcome to another episode of Nikki Talks Food. Today we're visiting urban apiarist Cameron Ulrich, owner and operator of Capital City Honey Company. Cameron started the honey company as a passion project, but it quickly evolved within 2 years into a business venture, yielding that sweet liquid gold we all love to drizzle. And cue the gratuitous shot of honey on our charcuterie board. Oh my god, the meats, the cheese, the honey. Thanks, bees! So let me break down just how honey is made. So bees go from flower to flower to flower. They collect nectar and pollen. The nectar is stored in their little bee tummies. Then they transfer that nectar to these honeycomb-shaped little combs. They store the nectar there. Then they collectively dry that nectar out with their little bee wings all together as a group. And that dehydrates the nectar enough to make honey.
See the orange, yellow stuff in there?
They sound pissed.
Right here.
Are they pissed?
I just blew on them a little bit.
Oh.
They just sort of, but see that?
Oh, there it is.
In
Yeah,
there,
yeah, yeah.
they store it. They just pack it in.
The bees will then secrete wax from the underside of their little bee bodies and cap off the honey so that they can save it for the winter time. The honey and the wax are then ready to be harvested and strained and sold right to the consumer.
The scented candle, and then this is just plain beeswax.
Will you put essential oil in this?
Yes, and they have wood wicks.
Oh, I love a wood wick.
And they crackle a little bit.
Yes.
They're not super loud.
This is good. So this is all really good stuff for
Yes,
a
I
charcuterie board. Like, that's the perfect size for a charcuterie. What's your favorite flavor of everything that you make? Like, what's your favorite?
For sure the vanilla. The vanilla whipped honey is by far my favorite. It's my midnight snack. I eat it, a jar of it, and then I have my vanilla wafers, and I just go to town. So if I'm feeling healthy, sliced apples, delicious, and the cinnamon whipped honey.
Yummy.
So I just love the flavors and combining things, and of course my friends and family call me and they tell me that they've put it in their coffee and it's delicious, or teas, or the traditional things on a cheese board.
What's like the benefit of having like real hive honey versus store-bought, like, honey that's produced in mass quantities?
Absolutely. Well, of course, I am a strong believer to support your local beekeeper, the local honey scene in your area. First and foremost, local bees bring in pollen and nectar from things that are growing in your yard or in your area, in your region. And so you're constantly eating small bits of that pollen, and medical professionals say that that does help in allergies. And so to me, that's just the biggest thing. It helps, of course, with cuts and burns and scrapes. You can put honey on things. But to me, the benefit of buying local honey is that it's what's growing in your area, and it's going to be that little immune boost.
There's a lot of talk about using pesticides and hive health. And so I wanted to go right to the source. I know you've really researched all this, and you're part of the bee community here in Tallahassee.
Absolutely, yes. Apalachee Beekeepers Association. Hey, everybody.
But I wanted to share with the folks that are watching what is good to use in your yard so that we are helping support these hives and not, killing them with pesticides.
Yeah. First and foremost, a lot of beekeepers, we do not like for people to maintain beautifully pristine cut yards. Weeds are our friends.
Yeah.
And so if there's a way, if it's possible, have a little wild area of your yard that is a little bit overgrown. Maybe it has some clover, or maybe it has some other kind of weed that you might not think is great for the beautification of your yard, but the bees love it. And so the idea that you can have a small, maybe even plant some wildflowers, seeds that will just sort of germinate and become a little wild. That is really, really helpful for any local honeybee or
I think
wild
that's
swan.
prettier to have
Absolutely.
than having this cookie cutter green lawn. I
Absolutely.
really love all those little flowers that pop up,
Yeah.
and so I think it's actually prettier. So.
Absolutely. And then the idea, going to Home Depot or Lowe's or Heinz or Tallahassee Nurseries, Espositos, wherever you buy your products, talk to the professionals. Find out what's bee friendly. If you do need a type of chemical or a pesticide, they do make ones that are bee friendly. You just have to ask. It just takes a little bit of time and effort to find out from the professionals what to use.
Thanks for watching, guys. If you like my show, don't forget to subscribe, hit the little bell, and as always, leave a comment down below and a thumbs up. Thank you so much, Cameron, for hanging out with me.
Thank you, Nikki.
Telling me about bees and the folks, and I will put all the links in the description to get Cameron's awesome honey and her candles and everything else that she sells.